My name is Eric Jones. I go by the name of Last Samurai. I was given that name by my brother when I was 9 years old when I first started mixed martial arts. And I've stuck with it since. Actually, when I first started mixed martial arts, my mom had put me in it for self-discipline, but my coach actually pushed me to actually step in the octagon. And since then, it's just kind of been an ongoing thing because it turns out I had a knack for it. I started mixed martial arts when I was 6 years old. First time that I ever stepped into a cage or any kind of ring was when I was 9 years old. It was my first sparring match with full headgear. I've trained in Kempo karate. I've trained in full traditional karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Shaolin, and my personal favorite, Muay Thai. Love the knees and elbows. Once you cut the opponent, you just kind of keep peppering them in the same cut. It only gets worse. They can't see you, they can't hit you. It's never stopping. I mean, there was times where to maintain my weight, I had an alarm. I had to cut people off in mid-sentence to drink protein, to do my workout. And in between meals, I was doing workouts. Traveling's rough. I mean, kind of hard to maintain a relationship with anybody, or kind of hard to stay in touch with family when I'm going back and forth to my gym in Florida. There's a Black Zillions, always in Florida, Tampa. It's in and out. I've been knocked out in training before. You know, sometimes the fellas get a little rough, more rough than you would like. But for overall, I mean, the right training camp, the right training partners, it all works out. For my first time in the octagon, I was scared, terrified. It's not an easy thing. Scared is, you know, people who are better than you, people who are way more trained than you. At 9 years old, I was also training with full mentors who were, you know, in their 30s and full-on black belts. It's terrifying. There was multiple months in between the belts. So one time I would be at 160, then I would be at 170, then I'd be at 185. But the worst thing about it wasn't even the fights, it was the weight cuts. They did a toll on my body, in and out, you know, ice baths till I can cool myself down and then get back in there. There was times where I did full 21-hour training camps, 3 hours of sleep and back at it again, just to maintain weight. The weight cut is, like naturally, I walk around at 225, 230. And if I were to fight at that weight, I would be at heavyweight. And you know, you cut to your natural weight, which is 205. So you have to make that weight on time by the commission board. There's a full weigh-in. You can miss it by 1 pound under, 1 pound above. Anything other than that, they call the fight. You're not allowed to fight. And it's just rough. Some of the more misconceptions about MMA is that it moved away from Pride. Pride was the first mixed martial arts organization, and they got a bad name for blood sport because soccer kicks on the ground were legal, stomping on the head was legal, groin shots were legal, and it just got a bad reputation. And then they finally got sanctioned rules, and it's progressed since then. Great interest and love is the competition. I love being pushed to the limit. It's you know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship. You know, hate, I cannot stand weight cuts. Weight cuts hurt, they're long. Can't stand the injuries afterwards. You at least can't walk and feel like crap for at least a week. When you take too many leg kicks, you get knots on your body. It's just a beat down. I've had multiple injuries, multiple ones that were easy to come back from. The worst one, I would definitely say, is when I completely shattered my knee, which caused me to have to retire and completely leave MMA in general. I couldn't train. I just now stepped back to training every now and then. I can't put any pressure on my right leg, therefore I can't do mixed martial arts. There may be a future in boxing. And even worse than that is I have from here over is a detached retina, and I can't see to the left, so the commission board won't let me do mixed martial arts anymore. Like I said, there may be a future in boxing. I'm not sure yet. We're still working on that. It was actually, I was 20. I took a fight on short notice. Dude was a full 3rd degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I got caught in a knee bar, and I don't like to tap out because I don't like giving up. And I held it a little too long, and turns out he shattered my knee in order to win. And I haven't been able to bounce back. I've taken big shots to it since then. And it's just gotten worse. I can't put no pressure on it. It was just a mistake. The eye injury was actually, I got knocked down. I went for a head kick. He kicked my other foot out from under me, and he did a full downward elbow, diving at my face. And the point of his elbow actually caught me right in the eye, split me pretty bad, and That was a no contest. They stopped the fight due to blood and I couldn't see. So the ref said no continue, so no contest. So I took a loss on that. Favorite fighters would be, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. That man, he grinds it out. Gotta love his grind. Everybody loves Conor McGregor. You can't not like that guy. It's either you love him or you hate him. And you got people like Daniel Cormier, two-time champion. He's had the light heavyweight title, the heavyweight title. And you got the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. He's never been defeated. He's been the one and only flyweight UFC champion. Underrated guys, you got like Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. He's one of the top names, yet people call him out. They think he's nothing. They lose fast. You got Clay Guida, one of the best wrestlers in the game. He grinds it out, yet nobody knows who he is. Nobody cares about him. You just kind of got to work your way up from the bottom. The current status of mixed martial arts, I believe it started as a bad name, started as pride. People called it blood sport, and now it's progressed to sanctioned fights. We have judges, we have refs, and I just feel like it's at its current peak. It's not going to get any bigger than it is. They're selling out Madison Square Garden, where they actually just got the license to fight in New York. Was the only state that they were not allowed to do, and now they're selling out football stadiums. I don't think it's going to get any bigger. I would love to see the fighters get paid more. Like right now, they sell out the same stadiums as football. They sell out, actually Madison Square Garden sells more seats than a Dallas stadium, yet those fighters are only getting paid $10,000, $15,000. If you get fight of the night bonus, you only get an extra $10,000. So at max at night, you're getting $35,000, yet NFL stars, they're also a sport. They're getting paid, they're getting paid like, what, $6, $7 million a year? And you got people like Donald Cerrone who have big property, can't afford to pay it anymore. We definitely got paid more when we had access to our own sponsors on our shorts. Now it's all sanctioned through Reebok, so the checks have went down a lot. Instinct comes with the territory, comes with experience. It's, kind of like Bruce Lee always said, don't fear not the man who practiced 1,000 kicks one time, but as opposed to one kick 1,000 times. You have, instinct. Something, it doesn't matter how good you are, how much you've been trained. If you've never done it, you've never done it. Kind of everybody has a game plan until you get punched in the face. If I was to do it again, if I knew everything I knew now, probably not. The pay was good at the beginning. I did not expect it to go down as much as it did. I did not expect to lose my knee, my vision. At the time that I was training, I would probably just train the guys who were willing to do the sport. I would like to be a coach if I could do it all over.